I'm not live yet. I'm waiting to go live. There we go. Henry McClure live here in Topeka, Kansas. I wanted to talk about the land bank and the reason I think the best place to put all the Lawrence Bay property in the land bank is because the land bank already has a whole set of rules and people that have looked into it that I trust have told me that the land bank is a fair way to uh, and I'll read it. You know, sometimes if a guy tells me something that I trust that I work with day to day, that's enough for me. Uh, but the main thing is it takes the property away from Jim Klossman. And we, as citizens that have paid the specials for the last decade, we should be able to decide who gets to develop on the property. And the land bank is a fair way to do it today. The land bank isn't run by one guy. There's a lot of good people on the land bank, and but it's already you it's already decided. You don't come in and whatever your last name is, you get a better deal than the next guy. This isn't like Go Topeka. This isn't like the chamber. It's a set of rules you follow. You play by the rules. Oh, and as a matter of fact, I've got to get the paperwork ready. I've got two people that want to donate more land to the land bank. I got to get on that. Man, I got stuff to do. This is like, this is a lot of work. But seriously, Jim Klossman shouldn't, we should just say no. You don't, you're out. But here's the thing about it. We shouldn't incur more expense with lawyers to take the property back. He should just, the people on the land bank ought to be going and meeting with Jim and getting the land signed over. They donate it to the land bank. We don't have to go through this procedure of collecting all the anything to do with the auction because Rich Eckert and Kevin Cook are very busy over at the county. And this would take one thing off their plate because they are busy. It is what it is. You're going to find out that your property taxes will probably go up probably about 9%. And what I'm trying to tell you is elections have consequences. And hey, Topeka, you might not like what I say and how I say it, but you got to understand who I'm saying it to. I'm talking about the ruling elites that have a chokehold on this community. You've got two sets of rules. You've got one guy doesn't have to pay his taxes over here. The other guy gets all the sales tax money. You can't sell that. You can't sell that as a salesman for Topeka, Kansas. Hey, unless you're part of the system, the rigged, and that's why we've got to keep a lobbyist out of being the mayor who believes in big government. And I'm going to tell you something. There's a House bill and a Senate bill that he's already against that will help our people in the county. Look, this is complicated. It's so complicated. And for the people that don't have to, that got jobs, go to work, pay their taxes, none of this stuff, I look like a developer trying to get a better deal for me. fortunately for me, there are a lot of people in the real estate business that see I'm actually trying to do this for the good of the order. It's not about enriching Henry McClure. It's about being able, we'll do more deals if everybody gets the same deal, but we have a crooked system today. It's crooked. So if Go Topeka can sit up in their boardroom and just dole out money to themselves, game over. It's over, Topeka. You're done. And if you don't believe me, just wait till don't look. I may not be able to fix it. It's not a one-man job. You know, we're going to have other people. And the way what happens, it's like we'll have to humiliate our town into doing the right thing. Somehow, some way, finally, Rich Eckert was forced to foreclose on Klossman. I don't know how it happened. I don't know who did it. That's why I wanted to sit in Cook's place. So think about that for a second. To the 9,213 people that came out and voted for me instead of Cook, I could have got on this a lot earlier. Look, once you're in office, you can force the change better. You know, you can finally, we could have guilted Bill into supporting us. But if Blackie would have got in, Brett Blackburn, and replaced Aaron Mays, we could have got on this change earlier. Elections have consequences. And I just ran into this guy from American for Prosperity. And like, well, we don't really get into local races. Why not? Why not? I mean, that's just the foundation of our existence right here. Having a mayor that's doing the right thing in the capital city of Kansas is a good start. And the last thing I want you guys to have is a bureaucrat who's a lobbyist from the League of Municipalities. Look, lobbyists get paid. They're paid to do what they're told. Lobbyists are paid to do what they're told. So the city of Topeka might have differences with what the League of Municipalities is all about, but that all gets negated. Well, you know, as mayor, I'm still just doing my job as the League of Municipalities. And then what he does, it's just like Go Topeka. It's a magic trick. Over here, oh, that doesn't create jobs. But Go Topeka about creating jobs was just about their job. And having a mayor that's a lobbyist for the League of Municipalities is not going to flush. All that guy's going to want is more, bigger government. So, a lot to say. You know, I ought to keep my videos shorter and more focused on one topic. But the reason I know how broken Topeka is, because I'm trying to deal with it.